All right, hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into the very first thing you do as a programmer, getting your computer to actually talk back to you. We're going to teach our Python program to speak its first words, and believe it or not, we're starting with a universal language, numbers. So let's jump right in. Okay, so how do you even do that? How do you make a computer talk? Well, in Python, it really just boils down to one simple but super powerful command. You can almost think of it as your program's microphone. And that command is print. Yep, that's it. It is literally the speaker for your program. Anything, and I mean anything, you stick inside those parentheses is what your code will say out loud. It's the absolute quickest way to see your code actually do something. And the rule here, it could not be simpler. If you want to show a number on the screen, you just put the number inside the parentheses. That's it. No special symbols, no weird tricks, just the number. Okay, so let's say we write this, print 358. What we're basically telling Python is, hey, computer, I want you to display the number 358 for me. So, any guesses what's going to pop up on the screen? Boom, 358, exactly what you told it to do. See? This is what's so cool about coding. It's this instant feedback loop. You tell it what to do, and it just does it. No questions asked. Super satisfying, right? Okay, now this next part is super important, so lean in for a sec. When we type print 5, Python sees a number, a value it can add, subtract, do math with. But if we put that same 5 inside quotation marks, Python sees it completely differently. It sees it as just a character, like the letter A or a question mark. Now, I know what you're thinking. They both look the same when they print out. But trust me, this difference is a huge deal later. So the big rule to remember? For actual numbers, no quotes, ever. And this works for any number you can think of. It doesn't matter if it's big or small. You want to print 3? Go for it. You want to print 50,000? Same exact pattern. Print, parentheses, number inside. Simple as that. All right. Just showing numbers is, well, it's a start. But what if we want Python to actually think for us, to do some work? This is where things get really fun. Turns out you can do math right inside that little print command. So let's peek behind the curtain for a second. Here's what's happening. First, you type your math problem right into the print function, like print 2 times 5. Then, in the blink of an eye, Python becomes this little math genius and solves it. But here's the cool part. It doesn't show its work. It just gives you the final answer. Clean and simple. Okay, let's put it to the test. If we type print 3 plus 3, we're not telling Python, hey, print the characters 3 plus and 3. Nope, we're giving it an order. Solve this and tell me the answer. And just like that, you get 6. See, it did the calculation first and then printed out the result. This is what makes that print command way more powerful than it looks. And of course, it's not just for addition. It works for other kinds of math too. Here, we're using the little star symbol, the asterisk, which is how you tell Python to multiply. So we're basically asking, what's 2 times 5? And the answer is 10. Once again, it solves the problem before it prints anything. You can do all kinds of math in here. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. It's like having a little calculator built right into your code. Okay, having a built-in calculator is awesome. But let's be honest, just spitting out numbers isn't very user-friendly. The real magic happens when you start mixing those numbers with words to create actual, readable sentences. So take a look at this. We've got a bunch of different pieces here. We've got some text, I am, then we have a number, 35, and then some more text, years old. So how do we stitch all of that together into one smooth sentence? Let's break this down, because the rules here are really specific, but also really simple. Rule number 1, any text, which programmers call a string, has to be inside quotes. Rule number 2, just like we learned, numbers, no quotes. And rule number 3, this is the secret sauce, the comma. You just use a comma to separate all the different pieces you want to stick together. And look at that beautiful result. Python is smart enough to take all those individual parts, it gets rid of the commas for you, and it even automatically adds a space where each comma used to be. The result? A perfectly clean sentence. I am 35 years old. And believe it or not, just like that, you've already mastered one of the most fundamental skills in all of programming, making your program communicate. This one little command is seriously the foundation for almost everything else you're going to do.
Yeah, think of today as building the launching pad, because very soon you're going to take this print function and combine it with cool stuff like variables, which are just like little boxes for storing information, like that number 35, and you'll learn how to work with text in way more advanced ways.
So that really just leaves us with one final and kind of exciting question. You've officially given your code a voice. You can make it show numbers, you can make it do math, you can even make it speak in full sentences. The only question left is, what are you going to make it say next?